Yehi ratzon milfanecha. May it be your will that we remember that you are with us, that we can turn to you, Lord, in our distress. I find that I forget to return to God, especially in moments that are challenging. We seem to forget that God is right there, ready to be by our side, there with us through our own Metzar and Mitzrayim. At the end of August, we moved, and with a move only 5 doors down the block, I expected it would be easy. It ended up being a very challenging move, from our move date coinciding with the hurricane, twisting my ankle carrying a box, and renovation and construction delays far beyond what we could manage. We spent 2 weeks urban camping in just 2 rooms, surrounded by all our boxes and possessions in boxes we wanted to open, things we wanted to put away, but all was on hold. I felt the unusual combination of awareness of my privilege and blessing to have a new home, while also experiencing a tiny taste of what it might feel like to live in a temporary room where one cannot put anything away without a certain date to move home. I felt at a loss, unable to make progress, unable to find anything, very stuck, while trying to provide stability for my son. In those challenging weeks, I tried to remember to return to God through meditation and prayer. And I often come to the steps of TBC and place my hand on the building or pillar and sing songs of prayer. When I did, I felt supported, broader, more spacious. I thought of what it might be like for millions of refugees in our world, families who have to suddenly leave everything behind and subsist in temporary tents for months or years. Our collective humanity allows far too many people to languish without a home. We watched the sudden fall of Afghanistan, knowing there will be many more refugees. Together, we will face more destabilization in our world. With our fellow human beings uprooted by devastating climate change, uprooted by war or famine, it can quickly feel overwhelming. We can easily feel the distress of other mothers, fathers, children. I know I can feel overwhelmed when I face with eyes fully open and see the suffering in our world. It can feel narrow, constrained, and stuck. When I return to God and turn to God, I feel the presence of God with each person, the divine support of God's love, energy, acceptance for each person and for each of us. When I return to God, my chest feels more open, I can breathe more fully, and I feel myself stretch beyond my body boundaries extending. With God's support, I can extend my own energy and prayers to support other families as they navigate the challenges each faces. May it be your will that we remember to turn to you, Lord, and return to you again and again as we navigate our collective uncertain future.
Amen. Yasher koach. Jen, thank you for your beautiful words. And following Jen's beautiful prayer, as we know, many thousands of Afghan citizens recently and suddenly fled the country, fleeing danger, often with just the clothes on their backs. And we expect 60,000 of them to resettle in the United States. In fact, about 25,000 are already here, living on army bases throughout the country, where their paperwork is being processed, they are being tested and vaccinated against COVID-19, and the plans are being made for them to see where they'll live. We know that in about 2 weeks, we are in Massachusetts are going to be welcoming 1,000 Afghans, parents, children, elders, students, people with diverse stories and journeys, who all hope to restart their lives in our state. And we expect many of them be living here near in Brookline and in Boston and the surrounding area. So thanks to the many of you who expressed interest to helping to support the Afghan resettlement effort. So here's what we know for now. Rachel Lewis from JCRC, Jewish Community Relation Council. I saw Tali is here. Tali Lewis, Rachel's twin sisters. They look exactly the same. That's not Rachel, that's Tali. It's spearheading an effort for synagogues and create teams to support Afghan families. And as you may know, TBZ has been involved in helping to resettle asylum seekers in Massachusetts for the past 5 years through the interfaith organization called NBARC. So I'm happy to announce that NBARC will likely be hosting an Afghan family, and they will need many people from TBZ and the 5 other partners congregation to help as much as possible. The needs will include housing, welcoming, funding, rights, and more. So we hope to have a role for anyone who wants to help make our family feel at home. So shortly after Rosh Hashanah, you'll receive a community TBZ-wide email asking how you would like to help. This resettlement effort won't be easy, but it is to be among the most rewarding things we can do, and we can't wait to get started. And we really hope that many of you will be part of this unique opportunity to welcome the stranger. If you have any questions, you can reach out to Jenny Burrs and Tali Walters. That's the other Tali there. I think Jenny's coming to the late service, yeah. Jenny and Tali, who are the leaders of our TBZ Immigration Refugee Resettlement Action Group. So very grateful to Tali and Jenny for putting this together, and Rachel Lewis from JCRC. We hope we can fulfill the mitzvah of welcoming the stranger as these Afghan families arrive to the Boston area.